Let's talk about customer concerns, customer complaints. They are something that you are going to deal with no matter where you work because we're not able to meet everybody's expectation. And what we're going to do is, as a concern comes our way, we're going to handle it masterfully. We're going to impress the customer. We're going to make sure one of our core values is met, which is win-win-win. The customer winning, the company to win, and also our team. And I'm going to show you how to do that very simply today. But first off, when a customer concern happens, is all you need to view it as is that we did not meet the customer's expectations. That's all that is, right? You're going to have a lot of emotions involved. Maybe somebody's mad or frustrated. Maybe they use profanity even. All it is just a reflection of the fact that we did not meet their expectation, right? So they expected the time to be X and it took way longer, or they expected this much black olives on their pizza and they got less than what they expected, right? Or they wanted it crispy and it's not crispy to their expectation. So when, as a guest experience maker, when we're handed with a concern, what we're going to be doing is identify the gap. What was the customer's expectation? What did we deliver? And how can we close that gap? How can we not only meet the customer's expectation, but rather exceed their expectation? If you take one thing out of today's training, is this, that you need to approach a customer concern first off with gratitude. When a customer's coming to you, maybe they're mad or frustrated, you must match the opposite energy. And if you think about gratitude and the fact that we're grateful, and I'm going to share with you how that works in practical terms, you are able to do this, again, masterfully. Lead with gratitude. No matter what happens on the other side, no matter how the customer reacts to what is going on, your main role is to lead with gratitude. We are grateful for this customer ordering from us that day. If they're bringing, like maybe it was a delivery and they're calling us and they're saying that their delivery is very late. First thing I want you to think about is that, you know what? Thank God. We're grateful that they have ordered from us tonight, because if customers don't order from us, you're not going to have a job. You look at your colleagues, they're not going to have a job, and there'll be no restaurant. We are grateful for the customer to choose our restaurant. Customers are choosing to trade 1 to 2 to 3 hours of their lives for a food that we're going to serve, right? If you think about it, maybe a person makes $10 an hour, $20 an hour, $30 an hour. It doesn't matter. They're trading dollars that they've worked hours of their life. They made money, right? This is exactly what you're doing as well. You're working, you're making money, a certain amount per hour, and you are handing it to a business for a service, and you have an expectation going into it. So we're going to have that understanding and gratitude for that customer addressing whatever concern they bring our way. And that's why when a customer calls us on the phone, the way we answer the phone is, "Thank you for calling Matangas," right? "My name is so-and-so. How can I help you?" Or when a customer walks in, we want to make sure that we say, "Welcome to Matangas," because that is, again, showing that we are grateful for their presence. We're grateful for their business. So when a concern comes your way, again, instead of leading with anxiety and fear, I'm asking you to lead with gratitude. Another thing we are very grateful for is the customer pointing out something that was wrong with their order. Here's what happens, and I don't know if you're like that. We ourselves, our family, we're like that. When we go to a restaurant, maybe we were not very happy with the food or the service, or took too long or what have you. We don't usually make a scene. We don't usually say anything. We simply won't go back to that restaurant. That's what we usually do, right? We don't even write bad reviews or good reviews. I mean, a lot of times we sadly don't, unless it exceeds our expectation. We write a good review. But in light of the concern, and I don't know how you are when you go to restaurants, a lot of people, majority of people will not say anything. So the fact that a customer was unhappy with their food and the fact that they are making time to let us know about it, we are grateful for that. Again, grateful number one, we're grateful they're ordering from us. Second, we were grateful for their feedback because they could have just chosen not to do business with us. So they're giving us an opportunity to make this right, and we are grateful for that. The third thing we are grateful for is for this moment, for this opportunity where you're able to learn something new. It's going to be maybe a little bit challenging, especially if you have not handled customer concerns before. So this is going to be a moment that it could end up in your resume, right? In the future, maybe somebody's going to ask you, no matter where you go, years to come, they're going to ask you, hey, tell me about a time that you had to handle a customer, a mad customer, or something like that. This is going to be a moment that could go in your resume. So you are grateful for that, because that's going to be a character building moment for you. So I'm going to repeat it again. When a customer is mad and they are raising their voice or maybe even using profanity, usually it doesn't happen, but even if it does happen, instead of being anxious, instead of being afraid of what can happen, I'm asking you to lead with gratitude. And I'm telling you 3 things that we need to be grateful for. We're going to be grateful for their business. We're going to be grateful for their feedback. And we're grateful for this moment that could end up in your resume. All right, in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 steps for level 1 customer concern. If you are a gem here at Matengas and maybe you've worked here 1 week, it doesn't matter. You must be able to handle this level 1 customer concern. Step number 1, you guessed it, lead with gratitude. When a customer, maybe you answer the phone, or it's in person in the dining room, or maybe it was for a pickup, the customer is going to bring up a concern they have, or maybe they're going to ask to talk to a manager. Both cases, first thing we're going to do is lead with gratitude. So here's how it's going to go down. Maybe you're answering the phone. A lot of times things happen over the phone. So the customer is going to call over the phone and they're going to be like, oh, my delivery took so long, or I'm unhappy about what have you, right? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to say, maybe they said their name or not. So you can ask, ma'am, may I please ask your name? They're going to say, Susan. Susan, thank you so much for ordering from us today. And I appreciate you taking the time to letting us know about the delay in your delivery. That was step number 1. All I did is lead with gratitude. I thank them for ordering from us tonight. I thank them for their feedback. If you've worked here at Matengas for 1 day, you should be able to do that. First, again, you thanking them for ordering from us. Second, you're thanking them for their feedback. Step number 2 is to apologize. We need to be very quick to say thank you and sorry. So second step is to apologize. So for instance, the customer said that their delivery is taking so long. So after thanking them for ordering from us and for their feedback, we're going to apologize and we're going to be specific. I'm so sorry about the delay in delivery. I'm so sorry your delivery is taking so long. And the third step is that we are going to gather intel. Before we can do anything, we need to gather intel. Even if the customer at first, maybe they call and they say that, hey, I want to talk to a manager, right? So first thing you're going to say is, thank you so much for calling us. Yes, ma'am, I'd be happy to help you out. May I ask what this is regarding, right? So if a customer is calling and they just want to talk to a manager, here's what we're going to handle it. Thank you so much for calling us. Yes, ma'am, I'd be happy to help you, whatever. Like, no, I want to talk to a manager. So here's what we're going to ask. May I ask what this is regarding? May I ask what this is regarding? And the customer is going to say, we just ordered delivery from us, or I just picked up my pizza and I did not get my pizza rolls. Here's how we're going to handle it. Step number 1, gratitude. Thank you so much for ordering from us today, ma'am. And I am so sorry about the fact that we missed a pizza roll on your order, or I am so sorry that your order is taking so long. Thank you so much for making the time and letting us know. And thank you so much for ordering delivery from us. Apologize. I am so sorry about that deliveries are taking so long, or I am so sorry we missed pizza rolls on your order. Next, we're going to gather intel very simply. In order to serve you better, may I please ask the name and the phone number on your order to locate your ticket? That sounds fair, right? We need to locate the ticket. So we're going to locate the ticket. Maybe they're going to give you a phone number. You're going to pull up the phone number. You're going to write down the order number. The customers, when you pull it up on the POS system, you're going to write down the phone number. You're going to write down the customer's name and a brief thing that they're communicating to you. The delivery took so long, or they did not get their pizza roll, something like that, right? Level 2 customer concerns. This is what we're going to be talking about today. So at this rate, if you're watching this video, it's because you are in a leadership position here at Matengas Pizzeria. For that, we are very grateful for.